This episode has been brought to you from the DGMS Studios, home of Don't Get Me Started, Lethal and Money Live, and Surftown. Found at Spotify, Amazon, Apple Music, and wherever you listen to your podcast. Welcome to Keith and Lee's Great Noosa Coffee Odyssey, the podcast where we don't just sip coffee, we savour every moment. Today we're diving into the heart of Noosa's coffee scene, exploring cosy corners from local gems to trendy cafes that will make your taste buds sing. Whether you're a cappuccino connoisseur or a latte lover, grab your coffee cup, settle in and join us as we sip our way through the best coffee shops around.
Hi, I'm Keith, and so glad you can join Lee and I as we sip and savour our way through Noosa's vibrant coffee scene. We're not coffee connoisseurs, but we absolutely love and enjoy every cup we encounter.
And I'm Lee. In our latest episode, we'll take you behind the scenes of our favourite local cafes, sharing stories, laughs, and of course, our honest reviews. Perfect for all coffee lovers who appreciate good brews without the pretentiousness. I hope you enjoy this episode. Today's an unusual day, Mully. We normally go to a place where we review the coffee. We have decided that we want to and have invited Paul Ewing. Now, you might remember Paul Ewing. He came on our podcast called Noosa Now. Paul is the manager of the Noosa Springs Fitness Centre. He's been here 18 years, he informs me. He's part of the furniture. And we've got him along and we're sitting in Mingles. Now, Mingles is part of the Noosa Springs Resort. It's attached to a restaurant called Relish. Paul, thanks for joining us today, mate.
It's a pleasure to see you guys again. It's been a little while since we've had some interaction. And beautiful day today, so we're sitting outside overlooking the 18th hole of the golf course. And that's part of Noosa Springs. We also have a top 100 in Australia golf course. So it's a great play. I know Keith's not a big golf fan. Leo, you've played a bit of golf?
Absolutely.
It is a lovely course to come and play. It's in fantastic shape at the moment.
Yeah, it's looking fantastic. You work in the fitness centre, but this environment where we are, we're right on the balcony overlooking the beautifully kept golf course. This must be a fabulous place to work, Paul.
It's not a bad spot. I don't even consider it work, Keith. That's why I've been here for 18 years. So we have everything that's here. The tagline for Noosa Springs is yours to discover. So it is designed for everybody to come and do something. There's the golf course, there's the restaurant, there's Mingles where we're in now, there's the spa, we do have accommodation here, and most importantly from my standpoint, there's the fitness center. So one other thing, there's tennis courts. So whatever you want to do, you can do it right here. It's a good setup.
Now, I used to be a regular, as you know,
Yes.
and I played on...
Still looking fit. I'll add that in, Lee.
We have had a great time here, my wife and I. We've used all the facilities, especially the golf is just incredible. You've got to hit straight. You cannot hook. If you do, you're gone, mate.
My advice to anybody coming out to play golf is either take more balls or take one, whatever club you hit, take one club less. So if you're not straight, you're going to be in sand, long grass, water, repeatedly. It would not be a fun day if you're hooking or slicing your ball.
Now, when you was on Noosa Now, we put you down here. It says, as a fitness trainer working at Noosa Springs Fitness Centre, Paul sees his clients from all walks of life and age brackets, and he loves his job, especially when his clients do achieve exactly what they're there for. Does he still stand by that?
100%. One of the unique things is my job is that I can see we're making improvements on people's lifestyle. That not only when they come and see us and they can do like we have 29 group fitness classes a week. So they can do aqua classes, they can do circuit classes, they can do yoga classes, whatever they want to do in there. But most importantly is keeping those people mobile and active. That enhances the rest of their lifestyle. So we're actually prolonging people's quality of life, not just life itself, but the quality of life. So we have, our oldest member is 92 years old, but I have 53 members who are over the age of 80.
That's outstanding.
And I know I see the cream of the crop of that age group, that they're coming in, they're working out, they're staying fit, they're staying healthy, and living longer lives.
Well, ultimately, Paul, we're here for the coffee.
100%, which has just arrived.
And it looks very enticing. You're a very healthy guy. You're very conscious of that aspect of living. So you're not a coffee drinker, are you?
Well, that was one thing when Lee first invited me on the show. The first thing I said, well, one little glitch is I don't drink coffee. Now, I did have a coffee one time when I was 18, did not like the taste of it.
Wow.
And never had it again.
Well, I'm glad it wasn't like sex, Paul.
Well, keep it clean there, Lee. This is a family show. Well, Paul, I spent a bit of time in Vancouver decades ago, and I distinctly remember one of the pleasures was on a cold day, and you would know, you're Canadian, cold grey day, and you go into the restaurant bistro for coffee, for breakfast, and there'd be that brewed coffee.
Yes.
And it would just... Oh, the aroma would just smell.
Love the smell of coffee.
And it was endless.
Yes.
You know, you get this lovely, deep, black, dark coffee. You can just have as many cups as you like. So a Canadian who doesn't enjoy coffee is a bit unusual.
Well, and that's why today I'm having a hot chocolate. So to complement the coffee that you guys have, so I'll be critiquing the hot chocolate today.
Just jumping in there a bit, Paul. So I just want to give you some figures when you was on the podcast last. You're our second top podcast.
Wow.
You have listened and still continue to be listened in many countries, including Australia, United States, Canada, United Kingdom, Greece, Indonesia, Japan, Finland, Spain, and Vietnam. You also have been heard in over 22 cities. So you're getting around, Paul. My other question to you is, since you've been on the podcast, how's it changed your life?
Well, obviously, the popularity from these overwhelming figures has, shall we say, had the same impact as normal.
As normal. Well, Vietnam, if he goes there, he might be mobbed. Now, back to the coffee. What do you think, Lee? Yours is almost consumed. I haven't even had my first sip. You're a fan?
We normally start off with the ambience, and of course we're looking over the beautiful golf course, which looks incredible. We're with Paul, which totally completes the day for me. And of course with you, Molly, the coffee, I'll rate that later, but the ambience, I think the ambience is up there. I think it's probably a 4.7. It's such a relaxed feeling here. It's really cruisy, but I expect it. I love it down here anyway. What's your score, mate?
I would go along with a lot of that. It would be very easy to be cynical and think this is kind of an upmarket sort of place because everything's so perfectly curated and landscaped and very well appointed bistro and restaurant. But I think the ambience here is welcoming for just about everybody. You know, you could come here and sit where we are, and you're underneath beautiful palm trees and beautiful blue sky above you and looking at that view. No, I think the ambience here is terrific. I don't think this is where you would come. I'd often make this comment. I don't think you'd come out here. Well, you could with your PC and sit down and do your work. You could read a book, the newspaper here, spend a bit of time here. No, the ambience is good. It's more of a bistro ambience than a coffee shop. So of my rating, I'm going to give it 4.2.
Well, I'm going to assume the ratings are based out of 5.
Yes.
We should have told him, right? So we're not used to having knowledgeable guests.
He should have already been listening to our past episodes to know, Ken.
And being a hot chocolate aficionado, it's an excellent hot chocolate. I'm going to give the... Oh, no, sorry, ambience first.
Yeah, because you just work literally upstairs.
Yeah.
Do you spend a lot of time down here anyway?
Well, I don't, because I tend to bring my own food and I drink about 4 liters of water a day. So this is a special treat for me.
4 litres? 4 litres? It's the one you're not leaking or squishing. I've never drunk 4 litres in my life.
So, but I will come down here periodically for lunch or to grab one of the treats from the Mingles cafe as well.
Yes, I noticed that the waiter and the waitress, they all knew you by name.
Yes.
Part of the family.
But part of that is they will also come up to the fitness center and they work out. So that's all good from that standpoint. But from an overall ambience at Noosa Springs, I'm going to go 4.8. That it's relaxing, it's casual. If you want to read your book, you're actually better off up beside the pool. Right? We have a 25-meter heated pool.
Yes.
And it's nice and relaxing. You'll hear the birds around. You can still hear the birds in the trees here. And on the golf course, you'll find that we do have all kinds of wildlife there. You'll see kangaroos laying around the course. There's black swans. There's all kinds of bird life that are here. So it's quite a relaxing environment.
It is indeed. Now, coffee, Keith, you've had time to get into it. You haven't really got through it as quickly as I have, but what do you reckon, mate? Give us your thoughts.
Well, let me just give another little sip here so I can sort of clarify a few things in my mind.
So now while Clee's thinking of that, so this is Flying West coffee. The blend is called Little Friend.
Well,
That's why it tastes nice.
Nice.
Well, I like it. I was tempted at first to think that it didn't lack that depth that I go for, but I don't think it needs it. I think it's a type of coffee that has all-round taste to it. Sometimes when I think about my coffees, I think about the depth and the breadth of its flavour. But this one, I think, is all-round. A very rounded coffee, not average, above average, very, very pleasant and very easy to drink, very satisfying. I'm going to have to think a little bit about the score.
Well, I agree with you there, Molly. It's been one of those coffees that we've been lacking for the past few weeks. We've been unfortunate. I'm so happy to be here and taste a coffee. As I always say, my taste buds have been tickled with the wings of an angel, and I think it's been stroked by the wings of an angel because I've been so starved of been starved of decent coffee, which we enjoy now. I think it's perfect. Again, we've had it in a small. We normally have it in a large, and I think every time we have it in a small, we tend to enjoy it more.
I haven't been touched by the divine as much as you have, Lee. I can feel the flutter of the angelic wings around you as you're enjoying your coffee. But I'm going to give it another 4.2.
4.2?
Yeah.
4.2?
Hard marker.
Yes, mate. We had a beautiful lady on named Johanna Wallace, and she was brutal on this coffee. Granted, it was a really shocking coffee, but I think this rubbed off on Keith. And every now and again, I have a conflict with him on scores, and this is another one.
Well, the reason I've gone 4.2 is I'm thinking, as I mentioned, I like to have a bit more oomph in my flavour, and this one doesn't have that oomph that would push it up to around about 4.5, 4.6. But it's not an unpleasant coffee, and it's one that I could actually turn around and say, can I have another one immediately? It's a good working coffee. I like it, but I'm happy with 4.2.
4.2. Paul, what do you think on your hot chocolate?
hot
What
chocolate?
rating, mate? I mean, you probably would have had a few hot chocolates.
I have had a few hot chocolates in very many places. Wintertime, you'd always put a little marshmallow on top and let it melt in there and then suck that marshmallow. When it's 26 degrees out, not so much. But from a flavor standpoint, the hot chocolate is top notch. I'm going to give that a 4.7.
Good man.
A 4.7. I love that. Well, I'm going to give the coffee not a low score. I'm going to give it up there because we haven't had one for a while. I can appreciate that it's a good coffee. So in that, I'm going to give it 4.7 because of the ambience, because of the company of Paul, and because it was a coffee. I think it's deserved.
Yeah, I think that angelic touch has got to your discernment a little bit there, Lee.
So, Paul, what's happening with you for the rest of the day?
Well, here's one thing. I can't pass up that opportunity because fitness is in my blood and in my nature that, as I did last time, I'm going to offer a special offer to any of the listeners that do want to come into the fitness center. So anybody that comes in before the end, I'll extend it to the end of May. I'll give them 10 visits for $10. So it's a 10-day trial.
Bargain. Even lazy old me is tempted
To get in there.
Keith should come.
He should come, try it out. And I say, up there, we've got Wade's Carlo, we've got the 25-meter heated pool. There's 29 group fitness classes every week. Everything, one-stop shopping for your fitness needs. But here's another thing. If you can't make it to the gym, I developed this little thing that I called the 100 Club. So the 100 Club it takes about 5 minutes. You can do it at home. You can do it anywhere. It's 100 movements. So generally it's 25 push-ups, 25 sit-ups, 25 lunges, 25 dips. But you can share that. If you like push-ups more, you can do 40 push-ups. Anything with that combination to add up to 100. Takes about 5 minutes of your time each day. You can do it at home, as I say. You can do it at the gym. But it's just something little to keep you active every day.
Is there a 5 club?
What about my club, a 0 club? Yeah. I'm almost breaking out into sweat just listening to him.
We could start with dips right here, guys. You just push your chair back.
Oh, there he goes.
Push your chair back. And just little dips right in the chair, just like that. Get you started. And you start. Then you got your squats. You can start with your squats.
Now, there's a couple of words there that I find very interesting. One, he said, we could do it right here. And then Lee said, Keith should. And as I often say, should and reality are two different things. So at the moment, I'm sticking with reality. I love your enthusiasm, boys. I really do. But we're here for coffee and indulge, not exercise.
Fair enough.
And it's been good, Lee. Paul, it's been great. Thank you for joining us. Great to see you again, man.
Oh, it's been lovely, guys.
Yeah. We're really glad that your podcast internet exposure has changed your life. I wouldn't be surprised if we see the figures and find out that you're big in Japan next time we look at it. But keep up the good work, mate.
Perfect, guys.
You're looking after our elderly citizens, and I love it.
So before we end, Keith, it's Friday, end of the week. It's our cafe of the week.
Sorry, Paul. It's Noosa Longboards down in Hastings Street. Fantastic. We loved it. That's my coffee cafe of the week.
And me too. It was walking back into my teenage years. Have you been down there?
I have not.
Okay,
Being as I don't drink coffee.
that's right. But you're surfing and it's
I
full
am
of
surfing
longboards now.
Yes.
And so have a look, go down there, have a feel. I walked in there, it's got vinyls, took me back. But the ambience there and the place itself. So yes, I agree, Mully. So end of the week, Keith, Monday. What's ahead of us on Monday?
We should go to Hastings Street, but I think we'll go somewhere else. I got out a little bit of an out of town on the fringes of Noosa location in mind, but Monday's another day.